Hey lovely people, I just thought that I'd share some thoughts and some realizations and little bits and bobs that I've been thinking about recently. I feel like so many people go through life trying to deny God because they want to deny morality or believe that morality is subjective. And I think it's a really dangerous idea to ignore what deep down you know to be right or you know to be wrong, to justify one's own wants and desires. And it's what I've done my entire life. When there is no God, then there are no rules, and therefore one makes up his own or her own rules. And it's very easy to justify your actions when you are the person creating your own set of rules. Whether you think it's the devil or the enemy, as he's called within Christianity, or whether you think it's just a darker side of the human psyche, I don't know what it is. I'm trying to walk a path of goodness at the moment, a path that I've been called to walk for a long time and that I kept walking away from because it was in the opposite direction of things that I wanted and people that I wanted and pleasures that I wanted. And so for a long time I've run from a calling that I felt deep within myself, but I won't pretend to know what these things are. But what I will say is that whatever that darkness is that we have within us, and it's in each and every one of us, it's incredible at making excuses, and it's incredible at justifying actions, no matter how in the wrong or how out of order they might be. I've just found myself thinking a lot recently about the amount of times, different times in my life, where, for this instance, I'll just refer to it as God, whether it's consciousness for you, whether it's your own spirit, whether it's something external or internal. We all have this inner conversation, and I'm not talking about the one that is trying to work out what you want from the shop later, or if you see a pretty girl and you have that internal dialogue. I'm talking about the deep-rooted conversation that appears when we're at our most vulnerable, when we feel scared sometimes to warn us of something. You could call it the sixth sense as well, would be another completely apt word for it. But I've noticed that many times in my life I've had that warning come up. And as I say, whether it's a warning from God or it's intuition, whatever it is, I don't know. But I do believe that it's based within a higher power and on a higher frequency that's resonating above our base level. I want this, give me that, this feels good, now, more. And there have been these moments where I've had true divine bliss, and I've had a clear as anything message of, you need to walk away now. Be that from a person, be that from a situation. And I haven't, because I haven't had the faith to give it to God. It's terrifying. As someone with major trust issues, as someone that's been hurt and lied to and manipulated and beaten up, battered, bruised from a very young age, caught up in a court case between my mother and father, seeing my sister die a horrific death when I was just a pup. It distorts your view of the world, and you can never regain an optimistic outlook that others find so simple to obtain. But all these times that I've had, we'll just say God for ease of the conversation for now, all the times that God has spoken to me, I've known in my heart that the right thing to do would be to listen and to heed his word or its word or her word or however you want to put it. Again, I don't want to isolate people from this conversation and from this pattern of thought just because of a word. I'm not talking about some man with a beard in the sky. I'm talking about what is. At the beginning of John, I believe it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. God is something living. God is love. God can be interpreted in different ways. I'm sure that there are some Catholic priests and other, apostolic figures that would call that heretical. But from my understanding, God is many things, and God is all around, and God is within as much as around and above and below. But anyway, all these different times that I've had these warnings from God, I've ignored them because I have something tangible in front of me. And it's such a challenging thing to leave the seen for the unseen. Terrifying, utterly terrifying. God says, walk away from all that makes you feel good, because all of it is an illusion. All of it is a distraction. None of it will last, and nothing is promised with people and with pleasures and with moments. And it's true. But it's so hard to leave something tangible that you can see or taste or smoke or drink or smell or fuck or kiss or love. All these different things. When there is something beautiful in front of you, or terrible but comforting. It could be a needle. It can be something destroying your life. Or it can be a beautiful woman. It can be a friend that you love. It can be a parent. It can be anything. But something that you're attached to, something that you've become comforted by. Unfortunately, because people are flawed and fallible, and they don't know, no one knows what they're going to feel tomorrow or who they're going to be tomorrow. But one thing, go away boy, go on. One thing I have noticed and observed in amongst all of this is that there is only one person or being that you can guarantee will be there and will give back as much as you put in. And that's God, or yourself, in another way of speaking. We have that godliness inside of us, but it's just been playing on my mind a lot recently that it's so difficult to walk away from something that feels nice. But it's the only thing that really it's the only thing that can set us free.